Alright, next up we have a fresh demo of The Sims 3 University Life. Fresh off the press, ready to rock and roll. It's looking great. Your guys' excitement for this pack has been awesome. I've been wanting this pack as well since The Sims 2. It's a great one. I mean, streaking through the quad and juice kegs, who could live without that? So they're going to get their demo set up right now. It's a really good one. But I wanted to tell you about another game that's going to be launching next month as well. SimCity is coming back to the PC. This game is, I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about it, and I wanted to let you guys know that as of right now, you have a chance to get one of the beta keys to play the game early. That's right, in just 2 days, February 16th, there's going to be a beta version of the game coming out, and you guys can be entered to be randomly selected to get one of the beta keys right now. So please, if you're interested, tweet at The Sims 3 using the SimCity Beta hashtag. You guys can fire those tweets off right now and you could be randomly selected to be one of the first people ever to get in and play this game. I personally have been playing it over the last couple months and have been amazed at the progress that's been done to the build. The game is looking awesome, and I myself am a huge SimCity fan. Actually, SimCity 2000 was one of my first favorite games I ever played. It's really looking, and this new version that's now back on the PC is really looking great. SimCity is really simulated just down to every little detail, from the Sims who are walking around on the streets to the power, water, and electricity that are flowing through the ground. So there's no faking it. I actually was talking to one of my friends, one of the developers on that team, and they really said it best. What you see is what is being simmed. Everything is really kind of all connected. They're using the Glassbox engine to really drive their simulation, and it's looking great. So make sure to check that out. Again, tweet us using the SimCity Beta hashtag. Again, that's SimCity Beta hashtag to be randomly selected for a chance to play the game in 2 days on February 16th. It's awesome. So I just wanted to recap really quick what we've been talking about in the demo. We started, or in the broadcast today. We started off with SimGuru Graham here to show us the Sims 3 Island Paradise, which is going to be coming out in June. It is looking phenomenal. You have houseboats, you have underwater diving, you even have resort management, where you're going to be able to run your resorts and build them to however you view Island Paradise. You can really set up your resorts to be a island bungalow or a massive sprawling resort complex with water slides and waterfalls in your pools. It's really looking awesome. Then right after that, you guys just saw the Sims 3 Aurora Skies. It's looking fantastic as well. It's kind of set in a northern kind of setting. It's got fjords. There's a geothermal lake, I think I heard. That's looking great as well. So right now we're working on getting the live broadcast set up for the Sims 3 University Life. This pack is launching this month. It's looking really good. There's tons of brand new content. I'm sure anybody that played University from The Sims 2 is really going to enjoy this one. It's looking fantastic. There's tons of new content, new features. I myself, the first time I played it, I was so excited to get in there, and I went to the new world where you go to university. I decided I'm not ready to register for classes yet. I took my Sims out and I happened upon a house party, and there Sim was inviting me inside for a little juice pong. I checked out the juice keg, and maybe even a little streakers came through. So it's a great pack. Sorry, I'm getting a message here. I'm going to toss over to our producers who are here today, who are going to be showing us a little bit of the Sims 3 University Life. I have SimGuru Britt and SimGuru Lauren here to talk a little bit about University Life, which launches in just a couple weeks, guys. Get ready for it. Take it away.
Hey guys, SimGuru Britt here. So actually, a little bit of bad news. We're having some technical difficulties with our setup here for the live broadcast. So we're actually not going to be able to show you the university walkthrough that we wanted to today. But don't worry, since we're already here and all dolled up and everything, we decided maybe we'd stick around and answer some questions. We also, on our YouTube channel today, there's a producer walkthrough video, my producer walkthrough video actually. It's pretty awesome. You guys should go and check that out. But so we're going to stick around maybe and answer some questions for Ryan. We will reschedule the live broadcast for University for another point, so check all of our feeds and we'll make sure and let you guys know when we're going to be able to reschedule. Ryan? I'm sure there's got to be something.
There's lots of questions coming in. I know you guys are all excited about The Sims 3 University Life. Sorry we weren't able to get the demo up and running. We're having a little technical difficulties, but I got to tell you guys, this game is looking awesome, and I know you guys have lots of questions. So, Brittany, can you give me a little bit more info on what the juice keg is all about? It sounds like a pretty sweet new feature.
Definitely. I actually really love the juice keg. This is actually a favorite from Sims 2. I think a lot of people remember this object really fondly. I love it because not only do we have a new party type, which is the juice keg party type, yep. Which is a lot of fun. You can just pour juice. You can obviously do a keg stand, which is pretty fun. We actually caught, I forgot his name, but there's the really old guy who lives in the fraternity who's kind of a party animal, and we caught him doing the keg stand the other day, and it was hilarious. But if you're not so great at it, or if you've had a little too much juice, you might fail your keg stand.
Might get dropped.
Yeah, it's also a little funny.
Old guys doing keg stands. What's a university experience without that, right? So another question coming in, and this is something I've been wondering about too. I've heard a little bit about different kind of teas. I've heard about the Wonder Pedal tea, and I know you guys showed off some cool stuff to the community that was here yesterday. Can you talk a little bit more about the Wonder Pedal tea and what it has, what kind of an effect it has on my Sims?
Definitely. So Wonder Pedal is actually just one of the many herbs that we've added in University Life. There are tons of different kinds of herbs. There's buzzberry and lavender and ginseng and cinnamon.
Chamomile.
There are tons. There's so many. And the really cool thing is that they're harvestable, so you can plant these and grow them in your garden, but they all have really interesting effects. Mm-hmm. So for instance, Wonder Pedal, like Ryan mentioned, is actually a way to kind of boost your studying efforts. So drinking a little Wonder Pedal tea before you go into a study session will kind of just help you get a little bit more out of hitting the books. I want to say buzzberry, actually, I think may be the one that helps you lose weight faster. So these aren't just university related. There are things that help you in your home world.
Yeah, and some will help you stay awake longer, and just a variety of effects, and they're fun to play with. So definitely, I recommend everyone giving a shot when you get in the game.
But don't try too many at once. You can get herb sickness, which is kind of a little gross and nauseous. But there are lots of ways for you to try herbs as well. So, I mentioned you can grow them in your garden. You can add them to your dishes that you're making for dinner. You can add them to a tea or order a tea from the barista. Or my favorite way is adding them to the bonfire. So you throw an herb in the bonfire, and it affects everyone that's kind of hanging around the bonfire, and some crazy things can happen.
Yeah, I definitely recommend trying cinnamon on that one.
For sure.
Is there something behind the cinnamon that you can share with us? Maybe something a little Valentine's Day related?
Cinnamon definitely inspires romantic, crazy behavior. People are a little bit more likely to pursue their romantic interest when cinnamon's involved.
There's a couple new romantic things related with cinnamon, too, so you'll just have to experiment and see what happens.
Cannot wait to see what that does to my Sims. It sounds awesome. So another question coming in through the forums is everybody's kind of wondering how the world works. Now we've heard that it's a university world. Can you give us any more details on that?
Yeah, definitely. So the university world is a travel world. Some of you that are familiar with World Adventures would know a little bit of how that works. When you first enter into Sims 3 University Life, you'll live in one of your home worlds. So whether that's Bridgeport or Sunset Valley or Aurora Skies. That world is beautiful, by the way. It's awesome. So you live there, and then when you choose to enroll in university, you actually will travel away. The moving truck comes by and picks up you in your suitcase. You move away to university, stay there for a little while, depending on how long you've chosen for your term, and then you return home. So you're back to spend some time with your family, maybe kind of revamp and get ready, and you can return to university again.
How about any new venues? I've played a little bit in the world and saw lots of great new stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about what kind of venues are going to be there?
Definitely.
For sure, there's a bunch of new venues. My personal favorite is Keith's Comics. It's a great hangout spot for nerds, which is one of our new social groups. We also have the Grotto, which is where the rebels like to hang out, and Beesbowl-orama, where you'll find a lot of the jocks. But
Oh, there's a few more. Oh, the coffee shop, of course, which is where everyone likes to go and study. The student union is also a new one. That's a kind of a cool hangout. That's also where your lectures will take place. Sorry, mid message. Okay. They're giving us tons of hints of questions to answer for you guys. So it's we're getting info from all these places for Twitter and Cover It Live. So yeah, the coffee shop, student union, tons of things like that. Lots of really fun things. And of course, new venues to live. So the dorms, sororities, fraternities, those are all new lot types with tons of cool things that are happening on them.
That sounds amazing. Really great stuff, guys. Nice work. So another question that's coming in, people are wondering about how classes work in majors. Can you give us a little bit more details on what kind of classes Sims are going to be taking and what effect it has on their life while they're at university?
Sorry, Ryan. Wait, what? I'm so sorry. I totally spaced on your
worries.
question.
We're trying to get the demo running. Lots of stuff going on. People are wondering how majors and classes work while Sims are at university. We talked a little bit about the party scene, but I know there's got to be a little bit more than that if we're calling the PAC university. Am I right?
Wait, what? You didn't just party through university? I thought that's what you were supposed to do. No, definitely. Life is all about balance in university. So, you know, have fun with your friends, spend some time partying, check out the new venues, but it's definitely, you know, class is still important. And we actually have a variety of ways for you to gain academic performance while you're attending university. So outside of like the rabbit hole classes, you do still kind of have a few rabbit hole classes to go to, but they've got some fun tones and some really cool feedback from your professors depending on how well you're doing. But then we also have this cool concept of lectures. And lectures are held on either Tuesday or Thursday, and those happen in the student union. It's a really cool idea where you can see your professors moving around. You can actually ask them questions.
you can sleep through lecture. That's not going to help you academically too much, though. But take notes. There's all sorts of things you can do. And then we don't want to forget about the academic objects.
Definitely.
So each major gets an academic object, and you'll have class activities scheduled either Tuesday or Thursday, and you'll basically get together with your classmates, and everyone will be working on with their object, building academic performance. And a lot of them are really, really cool.
Yeah, I consider this kind of like, I would call it like a lab, like where all the fine arts majors will maybe grab their sketchbooks and they'll go hang out next to the fine arts building and they'll practice sketching people. So tons of really fun things like that. And then, of course, studying. Don't forget, you got to hit the books occasionally, or your smartphone. That's also a cool way to study if you're, you know, on the go. So yeah, tons of ways to build academic performance, and of course everything ends in the exams at the end of the term. So, you know, everything kind of builds up. You want a great grade at the end of the term, so you take your exam, and then your final grades are given to you before you leave to go home.
Excellent. So another question people are very interested in, and I know this came up yesterday with the community as well, is how will my university world work if I have the Sims 3 Seasons installed? Am I going to be able to get weather there? How is that going to work with my gameplay?
Yeah, we've gotten that question a lot on
Yes.
Twitter as well. So yes, absolutely. Here to answer. Seasons will work in university. It looks amazing. Like the first time that we saw like screenshots with the snow on the ground, it just really makes me think of like a just great university experience. You know, the leaves are turning. It's kind of an interesting setup for how seasons will work in university world. So the options for your seasons can actually be set independently in university world versus your home world. So you can kind of play around there if you want to kind of tell a story of maybe I left home in the spring and I'm traveling somewhere far for university and the weather's changed, that sort of thing. But it looks absolutely amazing.
I say turn up the heat and crank up the spring break at University World. That sounds awesome. Lots of great stuff, guys. Now, I have to ask, Plant Sims, tell me more.
So yes, I'm sure a lot of you saw on Twitter yesterday with our community team, our community day here. Plant Sims are the new life state in university, and they're beautiful. Like
Yes. They're stunning, like just visually to look at, and they are so much fun to play. They have lots of great things that are so unique to the Plant Sims to do. And, you know, you'll find different ways to become a Plant Sim. And
there are
where they
multiple
are,
ways.
so.
There are actually a couple in the world, so you know, keep an eye out. You can maybe notice them by their distinctive flower trails that follow them around everywhere. There's a blog coming out soon that will actually have more info on Plant Sims in particular, so keep an eye out for that.
classic Sims 3 life state occult creature back in the game. I'm so excited to see it. It sounds awesome. Again, lots of great stuff coming in. Lots of great stuff. This build sounds like it's awesome. People are wondering about the smartphones. I know we've heard a little. Can you give us a little bit more info on how you get the smartphone? Is it something you get in Build Buy, or is it something I pick up when I get to this university world? Give me a little bit more info on how I get it and then what I'm doing with it once I have it.
Yeah, actually, the smartphones are one of the most exciting things that I think we did for university. We kind of neglect it sometimes when we're talking about all the great things of university, just I think because we've gotten so used to seeing them. I feel like they've always been part of the game. But they're really cool. So with Sims 3 University Life, actually every sim gets an upgrade to their phone. So we really wanted to make everybody feel a little bit, get rid of those kind of clunky phones and get something that's a little bit sleeker and a little bit cooler and newer. And of course, with the new look comes tons of new features. We've got cool new ways to communicate. Texting is a big part of Sims communicating back and forth, and that definitely has a lot of options. Some of you that remember cameras from World Adventures, we've integrated the camera into your smartphone, so you can now just take pictures on the fly with your phone, which I know I do constantly. I did all day yesterday during Community Day. Plus, they have some really cool integrations into our social groups.
Mm-hmm. And we can't forget that, well, you can definitely check your status of the influence you've built with a certain social group on your smartphone, and it gives you, on that info panel, it gives you lots of ideas of what activities help build influence with each social group, and like what other Sims are in that social group that you might want to hang out with, and you can check what level you are. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do on the phone that way, but we can't forget about the social networking skill.
Oh, definitely.
I think with wanting to really give you a modern campus feel, like a university experience, we have a new skill called social networking. It's a ton of fun. You can text with friends, you can browse the web, stream videos.
Cat videos.
Cat videos, for sure.
Gotta have cat
Lots
videos.
of cat videos. And then we also have a blog app, which is really, really cool.
Definitely.
So you can start blogs, you can post pictures to blogs, you can gain followers, you can actually ask your followers for things, and you can also sell your blog.
Yeah, actually, you can actually earn some pretty good cash from having a blog if you really want to kind of keep up the effort there. It's really fun, and there's tons of new things there. There's actually a bunch of new apps and things that we haven't even mentioned. One thing that I really do want to mention that's really cool about the smartphones is they do come with a variety of different skins. So you can actually reskin your phone to have kind of different colors or different logos and stuff on them. And building up your social networking skill, is a really great way to access those skins.
So you guys talked a little bit about the social groups and the modern university experience. How does age play in a university? Are my elders going to be able to go back to school? They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I want my elders to be able to learn stuff too. How does age play into the ability to go to university?
Well, I think we talked earlier about the old guy living in the frat house. So we opened up ages so young adults, and elders can all attend university. Again, it kind of gives it that more modern campus feel. So many times nowadays you'll go to work first, then you'll go back to school. So we just really wanted to give you a bunch of options with what stories you wanted to tell. And again, just open it up, have a lot of fun. You'll see elders doing keg stands. You'll see them playing juice pong. So again, just a lot of fun, and all those groups can go.
And I know a lot of people have asked about teens, so we haven't forgotten about your teens. While you kind of have to graduate high school before you can attend university, there are lots of things that you can do with your teen and even child Sims, especially now that you can start learning skills as a toddler with the brand new venue for Aurora Skies. Like, start from birth, man, get ready for university. All these things that you do to build up your skills and traits and part-time jobs, things like that, things that you do along the way can actually all benefit you towards scholarships and really cool things for university when your kids hit young adult and they're ready to go.
So guys, it is Valentine's Day. Can you tell me a little bit about if there's going to be any kind of new romantic interactions in this game?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that question.
There are a bunch of new romances. We talked a little about the phone. You can actually take a kissy picture with someone, which I think is a lot of fun to capture the moment. And we have definitely new kisses. There's a bunch of stuff to do.
Yeah, and of course with the new herbs, there are some new interactions that come there from some more daring, interactions with herbs. Also, I mean, not to put it down on Valentine's Day or whatever, but if it's just not working out, you can send a breakup text through your
can.
cell phone.
It's really convenient.
It saves you that it's not you, it's me talk, right?
That is cold. Breaking up via text message, really? Man, you guys are cold. So let's get back to the academics here. Kind of interested to hear a little bit more. You know, I'm going to spend a lot of time in university going towards my major. When I graduate, I assume I'll probably get a diploma. Is it going to help me pass my university experience when I get back home from all my studies?
Oh, definitely. Like we really wanted your university experience to impact your life, and in some very deep and profound ways. So having a degree, every degree and every major is associated with certain careers and that you're familiar with from base game. So for instance, fine arts major will automatically get benefits in culinary or music careers. Your grades are important here, so graduating with a higher grade will definitely give you better benefits. You can start at a higher career level. Bonuses,
salary.
yeah, better salary, easier promotions, things like that. So definitely keep in mind your grades if you're really wanting to overachieve in your post-university life. But there's also some really cool stuff here that we've done with traits. So graduating from university actually now unlocks a new trait slot. So the normal 5 traits that your sim has, actually you can now augment them with something that you feel like maybe your sim's personality has changed, they've grown while they've been in university. I like the example of like maybe my sim wasn't very artistic when they left to go to school, but they've kind of gotten in with the rebels and they've learned maybe some new artistic things and maybe switched to a fine arts degree, and so now they've got an artistic trait that will kind of go with them for the rest of their life and impact their personality.
So it sounds like it does have a big impact depending on what you study and if you end up graduating. What would you guys say your favorite majors are in this pack?
You pick. You go first.
Probably fine arts for me or communications. I was actually a communications major, so I can really relate to comm majors. But really, every major is so much fun, and I am definitely a lifelong student, so I would have a sim that would go back and get like almost every degree.
Go through them all.
So don't forget you can go back. There are benefits for going back and getting multiple degrees. So.
And the objects that every sim receive with their major are like so much fun. They're not specific to that major. Other sims can use them, but for instance, the sketchbook will actually benefit a fine arts major with their academics. So anybody can use the sketchbook, but it's so much fun to use these objects, and for me that would be just enough of a reason to go back and play with these and take the different classes. Class names are so much fun. Theories of tragic clowns, or I don't know, studies in girls.
I think my sim was reading Llama Rights.
Yeah. So the stories that come with going to multiple classes and getting different majors is actually pretty cool too.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like if you're looking to go back to university, this is your chance. From the partying to the classes to the studying late nights for your majors. It really sounds like it's all there. One last question. This keeps popping up. Can you guys let me know when the game is officially being launched?
Yeah, totally. We are so excited for this game. I can't wait for you guys to be able to play it so we can talk to you more detail on the forums and things about all the great stuff that's in it. We actually launch March 5th in North America, within the same week, I think, in Europe, but please check with your retailers or order on Origin.com. Of course, if you pre-order, we've got the great party statue, the Partius Maximus. Lauren's really in love with that statue.
No, it's great. Pre-order, it's amazing. With the pre-order on the limited edition, you get the Partius Maximus statue, which lets you set the party mood, and you can change the party theme attire. It's definitely a lot of fun, worth checking out, and we have special content just for Origin orders too, so I recommend doing both.
Pajama party!
That sounds great. Thanks, guys, for answering all the questions. Big apology for not having the demo ready today. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, but don't worry, we're going to be rescheduling a special one that will just be the demo so you guys can check it out. We're all very excited about this pack and want to make sure you guys get a chance to play it. Now, don't forget, Brittany mentioned our producer walkthrough, which is going live today. Make sure to check that out. We're going to be sending links out via our Facebook, our Sims 3 Twitter, and I'm sure you can find it from the sims3.com as well. So lots of great stuff going on. And I also wanted to reiterate, some of the Sim Gurus up here today have talked about how they're going to share some stuff from their Sim Guru accounts on Twitter. So make sure you're following all of us because we have lots of great stuff coming your way. We're going to be sharing screenshots, maybe even a video or two from these accounts. So make sure you're up to speed with what's going on with the Sim Gurus. There's lots of awesome stuff we're going to be sharing over the next few months as all these games are coming out. So I think that's just about all the time we have today for our live broadcast. We really appreciate all you guys tuning in. It is an epic year for The Sims 3. As we mentioned in our last broadcast, we have tons of new stuff coming out this year. Starting last month in January, we released The Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, which transport your Sims back in time to a world that's full of awesome 80s content, groovy stuff from the 70s, and even some grunge rock stuff from the 90s. I hope you guys have gotten a chance to check it out. It's looking awesome. And as you guys heard, March 5th, The Sims 3 University Life is coming out. You can pre-order it now. The game's looking great. Make sure to check out the producer walkthrough video and stay tuned for the next live demo where we're going to feature stuff that we couldn't show today. Then after that, coming up in June, is The Sims 3 Island Paradise, a pack that is so full of firsts for The Sims 3. We can't even list how many things are coming in that. We have houseboats, we have scuba diving, we have resort management. It is looking awesome. As of today, you can pre-order it. You're going to be getting an awesome limited edition pack that comes with content that you got to stay tuned to hear about, but trust me, you're going to want to see this stuff. It's looking awesome. Then later in the year, we have a untitled expansion coming that allows you to transport your Sims to the future. It is looking amazing. There's lots of stuff coming along, and we've actually opened up a thread on the sims3.com forums where we're looking for input from you guys. We want to see what you guys are looking for in these Sims games, so make sure to get on there and share some of your ideas, some of your feedback. We read these forums and we listen to your tweets online, so make sure to check all this stuff out. Lots of great stuff coming. And then later in the year, we're going to have the last SP of the year, The Sims 3 movie making stuff, which is a pack that I have been wanting to make forever. It's going to give you guys all kinds of great costumes and movie sets from classic film genres that are going to allow you to tell stories like you never have before in The Sims 3. So, as I mentioned, a huge year coming for The Sims 3, not to mention the Sims 3 store with Aurora Skies coming out in a week from today. Lots of great content in that pack and lots of great stuff coming out from the Sims 3 store throughout the year. So we really thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been a great broadcast. We're going to get the University Life demo coming out. Stay tuned for the date on that. We're really excited about it. And a big happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you having here. Send us your feedback on the forums, on Twitter, on our Facebook. We're watching. We want to hear from you. Thanks, guys.